I get to review this amazing supercar thanks to Camco Acura here in Ottawa. They have a great selection of Acura models, including this NSX, as well as other models like the TLX, RDX, and MDX. So if you're unfamiliar with the NSX, here's a quick overview. The NSX was first sold in 1990 as the NA1 platform and was a low mid-engine supercar sold by Honda. It featured a 3-liter V6 engine. It was the competitor to cars like Ferraris and Lamborghinis in the 1990s. Production of the NA2 ended in 2005, and we went 12 years hearing rumors and leaks of a new NSX that was coming. And finally, in 2017, we got this, the NC2. If we first take a look at the engine, it's not surprising to find this, the 3.5-liter V6, which is found in a dozen other Honda and Acura products. But there's two big differences about this engine. First, it's twin turbocharged. Second is it has 3 electric motors, 2 of which are powering each front wheel, giving this car, making it all-wheel drive. And the last electric motor is located in the back with the V6, which is assisting it, kind of similar how it is to in other hybrid vehicles like the Prius or the Honda Insight. These engines go into making around 573 horsepower. The V6 makes around 500 horsepower and the electric motors make up for the rest. It also comes with 473 pound-feet of torque. All of this is mated to a 9-speed dual-clutch transmission and goes to all 4 wheels, like I said, through Acura's super handling all-wheel drive. At the back of the NSX, we can first see this carbon wing here, which looks really nice, and it's divided into 3 pieces because, of course, the trunk lifts up, and this part's attached to the trunk. We also have the light bar that runs across, which I really like light bars, so it looks pretty cool. And it has this kind of beak thing, and everything comes to the center. It has this one line that runs all the way down the center of the car. And then we also have quad exhaust down here, and a bunch of air vents on the back rear bumper. One of the coolest features of the NSX has to be the doors. When you go to unlock it, the door handles pop out, and you can just grab them and open the door right up. When going to step inside the NSX and starting it up by simply just pushing the engine start-stop button and having the key fob in the car, the coolest thing was when the screen opened up and it has the exact same Honda Acura display as in my Honda Ridgeline and every basically other Honda vehicle that's out there. It's really cool to see that even though this technology is put in something as basic as Civic, it still works really good in here. I think a lot of supercar infotainment systems aren't as good as the ones in passenger cars, so if they're sharing it with something like a Honda or other Acura products, it makes it really good because there's a lot of money and research put into it. So once you're inside the car, it feels really nice. You're held by these super bolstered, basically racing type bucket seats, and the entire car just feels so good. Looking into the reflection, seeing those LED headlights facing towards me is really good. And I love the infotainment system. Like I said before, it has the volume slider, not the knob, and the climate system is really laid out very well, and I think this should actually carry over to other vehicles as well. It's already in other Acura models, but if this was a Honda's too, it would be really nice. And it has just the up and down, the little display in the center here. And then moving over to the center here. So what we have is the transmission selector and the drive mode selector. So the drive mode selector, you simply twist it to the right and it'll go into different modes. So there's quiet mode, which basically puts the car in full quiet mode, so you can actually leave your house and you won't wake up all your neighbors with the exhaust sound. And then there's sport, there's a sport plus, and then there's a full track mode. And then track mode, of course, turns off traction control and makes the car into its sportiest setting. Down here we have the button transmission selector, similar to how it is in TLX, MDX, and basically every other Acura model, with just these simple buttons to push here. And then when we move over to the center display, it's really nice. It has a screen in the middle there, and then small screens on the outside that show you different information you need to know, and you can cycle through with a button on your steering. If we're moving on to the steering wheel now, you can see that it has these paddle shifters here for the 9-speed dual clutch transmission. As well in here you have typical things like cruise control and then your phone controls down here. And then we also have traction control off and then parking sensors off down here. If you move over to the door panel now, it's actually a very traditional looking door panel. You still have a normal handle here that feels a little bit cheap, even though it's still metal, just a little bit cheap. And then you of course have your window controls, your lock controls, and your rear controls. 2-person memory settings, which is nice if someone else is driving your car. There's also the button to open the rear hatch, which I'll show you in a second. There's the fuel door opener, and then lastly there's a small speaker up here, and this thing has full ELS high-end audio, and there's many speakers throughout the car, including one right in the center here, one on each door, and then one down here as well on each side. So I was showing off the rear hatch earlier in the video when I was showing you guys the engine compartment, but here's the actual rear trunk space. So all you gotta do is push that button in the center there. There's also a button right on the key fob, the almost bottom one there, and you can lift this up. Included on the trunk, of course, is your rear view camera, because it's a federally mandated item now. And then down here you also have your small trunk and your engine bay. So this car here has number 00148, which is kind of cool, I guess, the 148th built NSX. And in here we have the small trunk. So it has a pillar running right through the center of the car, so it has a hump in it, But other than that, you have a box here that comes from Acura, as well as you have a license plate bracket for the front if you choose to wreck your bumper by screwing it in, or just buying another replacement one that somehow magnetically fits on. And you have enough trunk space to put something small in here. Probably not something as big as a suitcase, but you easily fit some bags in here if you're grocery shopping for yourself. And then you of course have the glorious V6 back there, and it's kind of awkward to have your both cargo space and your engine in the same vicinity, but it is of course secured in by this carpeting on top, so none of the engine will spray over into your bags or whatever you put in the back of your trunk. Next, we'll take a more in-depth look at the front of the car here. So the NSX is a very, very good-looking supercar in my opinion. Maybe not to everyone's opinion, but I think it personally looks really good, and I would of course buy one if I had the money for it. And it follows still Acura's design language with the kind of beaky-looking grille here, and of course honeycomb patterned front grille insert here, just like on basically every other Acura car. We also here have the dual eye LED headlights. It's basically 6 bulbs that run down the side here and run on daytime lights as well as full headlights and high beams. And then lastly down here, we of course have air ducts on each side that pull lots of air needed required by the twin turbo V6 in the back. To take a look at the side profile, this is just crazy on this car. You have these massive air ducts here that pull air through a radiator into the engine to give it additional cooling. You also have this really cool looking sculpted side fender here with of course a little black lip that runs on the side. And if you take a look at these wheels, they're also really, really nice wheels. I really like the design of them, and they have a big red brake caliper that says NSX on it. I think that's really cool. And of course, I'm sure these brakes do a fantastic job of stopping this car. So in summary, what really is the Acura or Honda NSX? Personally, in my opinion, I think this thing is a fantastic supercar. And I know sales aren't great on this thing. There's plenty of reasons that you shouldn't buy it, but there's also just enough reasons why you should buy it. It's still a supercar. It has a lower price tag now that Acura can't move as many units, and it really is just the ultimate supercar. It's practical, it's fast, it's technologically advanced with its 3 hybrid motor powertrain, and it's really just a fantastic car overall. It's built by people that you can trust, and what else can I say? Honda NSX, or Acura. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you didn't like it, you know what to do, but if you did, give it a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you next video. I have some cool videos with cars lined up in the future, including the Acura RDX and Nissan Armada. So, those are coming up soon. Thanks for watching.